Alright, what's up everyone, Tips Finder here, and today we're going to be doing something different for killing a Flora 2. I'm actually going to give you guys some tips and tricks and shit like that to improve your overall gameplay. Because I do, to this day, still get like a lot of comments on how to improve my gameplay, how to do this and that, how to reload cancel, parry cancel, even like parry spam. So yeah, I just decided to upgrade my, 10 useful tips for playing video, because that thing is a little bit out of date, but still kind of relevant, I guess. But yeah, I'm just going to be showing you how to do different stuff and just what to do in general, and this is going to apply for both single player and especially for multiplayer. And regarding tips and tricks for weapons, I'm going to combine those in my perk guides 2.0, and those things are probably going to be coming out every week starting next week, or maybe this like Saturday, Sunday, maybe possibly, because these perk guides that I have on my channel right now, they are all pretty much out of date. So yeah, I'm just going to like revisit those, because they were actually kind of fun to do. Alright, let's just start with the reload cancelling first, since this is probably like the best skill you can learn to improve your overall gameplay. Now, I'm just going to tell you some benefits of reload cancelling, and the first one being is that you will be able to kill things faster and pretty much just like increase your damage per second output. Now, this all depends how fast your reactions are, and this will just sink into your muscle memory when you will be doing it multiple times. And remember, practice makes perfect. And do keep in mind you can reload cancel with literally every weapon in Killing Floor 2. I mean, except for, the melee weapons. So I'm just going to be taking the AK for the example, and this is without the reload cancelling, and this is with reload cancelling. So for this test right now, I didn't use the tactical reload, I just used, the raw AK. And when I reloaded it, 3 seconds with no reload cancelling and 2 seconds with reload cancelling. From reload to shooting. So if you do decide to reload cancel, you're going to be saving pretty much 1 second. And you might be like, well, Pathfinder, 1 second, that's pretty much nothing, right? Well, you must be completely wrong, because 1 second in Killing Floor can save you 3 hits from a fidget spinner. And right now, we're reload cancelling with double barrel, and yeah, it's pretty much the same concept. And also with like the medic SMG. Works also. As I said, works for every single weapon, but it's most effective on gunslingers' revolvers. So yeah, reload cancelling, pretty good skill, and now I'm just going to be showing you how to do it. Now, I recommend you go into like a normal match, just like solo it up, and just pick like a weapon you want to reload cancel with, and you're going to be looking at your bottom right ammunition. So once you press the reload key, watch the numbers until they change. When they do change, that means you can do the reload cancel step. Just press the bash button, and right after you press it, click your shoot button, and bam, there you go. So there is also another way for reload cancelling, the way I personally use, and for this one, when you press your reload key, you hold down the shoot button, and when the numbers change, press the bash button and you'll be shooting right after. So you can pretty much experiment with these two. I personally go for the one that you like hold the shoot button, then just like bash and immediately shoot afterwards. It's kind of easier, but it's pretty much the same at the end of the day. And reload cancelling is also very cool if you go for like an accidental reload, which can save you big time. And if you're one of those people that absolutely despises reload cancelling, then just don't do it, it's completely optional. And plus, reload cancelling makes you look a little bit more elite. Okay, the next step we're going to be talking about is parry and block. Now, parry and block is mostly used on the Berserker to block or reduce incoming Z damage. Pressing your parry button once will enable your parry skill for the Berserker if you have it, whereas holding the parry button won't. This is again a skill that you'll learn over time, just do it as often as you can. And keep in mind, you can pull out your knife with any other perk and still parry incoming attacks. And that's why I usually run around with my knife out. So I do highly encourage everyone to, start parrying, because it's actually a very awesome ass skill to develop. Plus, parry is like a big part of Killing Floor anyway, so they did add it for a purpose. And as you can see in the background gameplay, I'm actually parrying a little bit faster than usual. That's because I'm, parry spamming, or should I say block spamming. And I'm just going to get to that in just a second. But just before I do, blocking in general, if you don't want to parry, is actually quite useful too. If you just want to like run away from stuff, just look at the Z and, hold your parry button and you're going to be blocking. And if you stand in front of your team in multiplayer, blocking Z attacks will slow them down, enabling your team to knock him out, which is kinda cool. And keep in mind, you can do this with every melee weapon, but the higher tier weapons will block more damage than the lower tier ones, so watch out for that. And like I said before, parry spamming. You can do parry spamming by pressing 2 buttons at once, your reload button plus your parry button at the same time. And this will just allow you to, you know, get a guaranteed parry, which is actually kinda cool. Because parrying, believe it or not, can actually save your life. So the next tip I have is quick healing. And I do see a lot of people, when they heal themselves, they let the whole animation play out, and that will cost you some valuable time. In order to quick heal, press the self-heal button, and when you hear the healing sound or see the blue particle effect, switch to your weapon, and that's it, bam, you're back in the combat. This tip is also good if you're in a tight situation and just need to heal and kill things as fast as possible. Okay, so this tip is a little bit unusual, but can really help you if you're in a pinch and you have the higher ground. It's called the knocking down. In this game, you can land on top of a Zed and knock him down, allowing you to just like run past him or just kill him. You can literally step on any Zed. I mean, hell, you can even just like step on the boss and then just like punch him in the face. But this tip is most effective against crawlers, because they are small enough to where you can just like step on them without you being on the higher ground. When you see a crawler that is jumping at you, you just jump on him and that's it. He'll get knocked down, allowing you to avoid damage or just run past him. So yeah, a lot of people didn't know about this, but you can literally jump on spiders and just like save your life. Because I can't tell you how many times I saw like a bunch of potatoes just like getting cornered by spiders and they just like stood still. I mean, what the hell? I mean, when you're getting punched in general, just keep on jumping so you get like launched backwards. I mean, that's pretty much like a tip in a tip, so yeah. Double tip. Okay, so the next tip is learn where to shoot the Zeds. So headshots are going to be a dead giveaway. You see it, shoot it for the head. Don't aim at their torso or arms or anywhere else, but there are a few exceptions like the Rioteers, Edars, Husks. Those have weak points. The Rioteer, you just need to shoot them for the legs. The Edars, you just shoot them in the middle so they explode. And Husks, you can shoot them in their fuel tank, which will cause them to explode and damage or kill nearby Zeds. But yeah, generally, if you see a Zed, just shoot them for the head, man. Don't shoot at their body, come on. It's kind of obvious, you know, shoot them for the head, but I just saw my fair share of players. And it was quite potato. I mean, some are even like, I don't know, like a level 20 and still shoot them, like, randomly, so I just don't know, man. Okay, now some tips for multiplayer, and this one is called stay with the team and support each other. Pretty obvious considering this is a co-op game, no? Well, you'd be surprised how many public matches are lost due to people not sticking to the team. Also, play the perk that is needed on that team. If you already see a SWAT, go for something else, don't just pick another SWAT, for example. I mean, some perks are alright if there's like 2 of them, such as like the Berserker. Otherwise, just pick a perk that the team needs. Now, public matches usually have poor communication because no one actually uses, you know, team chat and shit, but just look at what the people are doing. If they want to move or they want to fall back, just follow in their footsteps. And if a lot of people are looking at one direction and there's like some Zeds behind, you have to be the one that, you know, turns around and deals with the problem. Usually those in-game commands like request help, if you like spam it a bunch, maybe someone will see it and come and help you, but you know, it's public, everything can happen. So you just need to do your best. Well, speaking of doing your best, heal your teammates. So healing is a big part of this game, especially with a group of people that you don't even know. Don't rely on the medic to heal everyone. His medic gun needs to recharge after all. Just buy yourself a medic pistol and help in the healing department. Also, you have your syringe, so use it. Healing is really something that people like to avoid for some reason. Just don't. So when there is just like nothing around you and you see someone on half health, just whip out your medic pistol and bam bam. You get money plus XP and the dude gets to live, and yeah, that's pretty much a win-win. Okay, the next pretty obvious tip is don't rage big Zeds on your own. Just leave him until you see multiple people shooting at it, and if you rage him by yourself, chances are you're probably gonna die and the raged big Zed will just go after your teammates, causing them to panic, and they're just going to like miss shots and eventually die. So don't just rage up Big Z, just regroup with your team and kill him as, you know, a team effort. And I'm just like telling this from my personal experiences because some people are actually quality potato. And for the last tip, since this is like a top 10, is if you want to leave or have to leave mid-game, drop all the money and weapons you have, because your teammates are still going to be playing on and you won't. So dropping all your stuff will increase their chances of survival and they will probably respect you for it. I mean, if your game like crashes and shit, you can't, you know, be bothered with that, but you know, if you have to leave and shit like that, just drop all your stuff so the teammates can be happy. Oh, and by the way, bonus tip for all the peeps that love to leave when they die once in multiplayer. I mean, I have no idea why they do that, but because these people, I don't understand. Is it because they don't want to wait for the round to be over, or they just know they're not going to get enough money to live like onwards, so they just like quit? But yeah, for those people, just don't join multiplayer in the first place, man. Just play some solo and I don't know, just stay there, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But yeah, man, this was my top 10 tips to improve your gameplay. Hopefully something was useful, maybe something new, maybe something you already known, or maybe you've known all of this and I'm just doing this for nothing, so rest in peace is me. But hopefully it was somewhat useful to you guys, and yeah, if it was, be sure to share it around so more people can, you know, be better, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all again over on Patreon. Really do appreciate it, man. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you guys next episode. Adios.